Hello, I'm Will, and I've been sent, believe it or not, a panic alarm. Although on the packaging it did say rape alarm, which when you look at it, and it's only a small little device, believe it or not, I shouldn't have really done that, because I actually had an ear infection 2 weeks ago. I'm sure my doctor's going to be amused. So let's see what we think of this. So why was I sent a device? Well, let's keep it simple. About 3 weeks ago, I was approached by a company to look at their policy and procedures in relation to lone working and personal safety. And it was because they'd seen some of the videos on our YouTube channel that actually made them think a little bit about their personal safety of staff. Now, in their defence, when I went through all their policy and procedures, they were quite good. They just needed a little tidying up and a few little things in there, and we needed to test the staff. Then we did some training with the staff on virtual classroom training. They all participated. They were all very good, and from what the feedback I got, enjoyed it. But believe it or not, throughout the whole of the actual training sessions and the discussions, no one mentioned these. In fact, the risk, what I ascertained through my risk assessment, was it was all very, very low level. So when I finished the actual, shall we say, work, about 5 days later, I was approached by the manager and he said, "Well, what do you think of these things?" And I says, "Okay, what for the staff?" And we got in a conversation about it. And I try to explain any form of device is good if it's used. If it's used to, shall we say, its limitations of what it can actually do. I mean, these are not lone working devices. You're not going to activate it and no one's going to come realistically running or ring you or call you. These are basically on the spot, quick alert systems. And what I try to explain as well about devices like this is that when you pull the pin, one of the best reactions is the person who's carrying out the threatening behaviour or attacking will be more shocked at it and run away, or shall we say, cease to their actions of what they're doing. People coming to run to support you is a different thing altogether. Because how many times has a house alarm gone off and you've been sat in your house and you've just gone and looked where the alarm's coming from and that's it? How many of you have actually had, shall we say, a car alarm go off outside in your street? You've just gone, made sure it's not your car, and then you've gone back in. It's the same as devices like this. From my experience of doing this job and speaking to lots of people that used to carry them very frequently, even the big block ones, there was very limited response by people to actually react. So it does say, as it says on the tin, personal, but it is really what you're going to do out of them actions. So let's have a quick look at what we think of the little personal device. So here's the device. Now the device, as you'll see, is oval in shape. I've actually placed a household USB plug just to give you a bit of an idea of the size of it. But from here to here, it's approximately 60 millimeters, and from here to here it's approximately 45 millimeters. What comes with it is a lanyard to secure to yourself or a bag. This area here is the speaker that sets out the 120 decibels alarm. This houses the body of the battery. Now it does say on the instructions that you can change the batteries. I had a quick look at it. It's very difficult, and believe it or not, it'd probably be cheaper just to buy another one. The battery life says that it's about 2 years in life, but again, if you're using it consecutively or it's in cold areas, say the boot of a car or a bag, or it's consistently outside, the weather will affect the battery, as everyone knows. The area here is the one of concern, is the pin. When you pull down from the chain with the keyring holder, as you pull it down, it activates the actual alarm. To deactivate it, you simply reinsert the actual pin into the body and it stops. Again, it is a very, very simple device. It's very lightweight. It is not waterproof, and it is not any form of, shall we say, shatterproof, in the sense of if you drop it or you bang it, it can actually be easily damaged. But again, it's still a device if it is used correctly. So you've seen the device. It's very small, it's very lightweight, you can attach it to your body, things like that. Again, you've got to commend the person because he thought of different, shall we say, ideas to elevate, shall we say, their safety levels and reduce the risk. The only thing I'll always say is this: with an alarm, any camel arm, any kind of lone working device, you've got to make sure that the staff have buy-in. They've got to make sure that the staff want to, shall we say, carry it or use it. Devices like this, yeah, they're very cheap, very cheerful. Battery lasts probably, if you're lucky, 2 years. But if it's used consistently, even being messed around with, the battery will go in no time. If you drop it, I would imagine it would break easily, things like that. I haven't tested that. But again, it's still something that can, shall we say, elevate the safety of the staff. But before you purchase even anything like this, and they are cheap, speak to your staff. See will they actually carry it. Nothing worse than you purchasing something and the staff not using it. Make sure you add it into your procedures and make sure you do some form of training around it. Some form of, shall we say, discussion if needed to highlight the importance of using a device. Thanks for sending me the device. I won't use your name because of non-disclosure agreement. We all know that now. Please continue to keep watching the videos. If anyone's got any information, anyone's got any equipment they'd like me to have a quick look at, I don't mind if it's sensible and it's within the remit of the workplace violence, i.e. personal safety and lone working. More videos are to come. Follow us on LinkedIn if needed. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and remember, the only one that's going to keep you safe is you. Bye for now.